All right, now welcome back in. Hello. Now it is that time of year again. We have to accept it. It comes every time. You know what I'm talking about. Sickness season. Yes, it's a time where everybody just seems to have a little bit of germs to give to someone else, just waiting to strike. This afternoon, of course, we have Nationwide Children's Dr. Toledo's pediatrician, Dr. Kehinde Obeto, with us to talk about ways to stay protected. Do I just give my child away? Is that how that works?
I would love to have her.
Oh, fair. She'll cough right in your face, too. What are some good things? Because, of course, obviously, each age group, there are certain things we can and can't prevent, can and can't do. How do we start? So you got your little itty-bitty ones. What's the safest ways that I can keep my kids safe from germs, especially with flu season?
Well, especially with the flu season, the best thing for them, if they're over the age of 6 months, is the flu vaccine. So the flu vaccine will actually prevent them from getting the flu. I know some patients will come in and their parents will be like, oh no, when they get the flu vaccine, they get sick. But the flu vaccine is actually preventing them from getting really sick. You know, so that's one of the best things to do. Then, of course, hand washing, hand hygiene, making sure you cover when you cough, you use your elbows, and teaching kids that. That's kind of like the most important thing to do.
Well, I would love to put everybody in their own separate bubbles. It's just not realistic. So in addition to hand washing, of course, I learned it as the vampire cough. That's the new thing to do.
The dabbing?
Oh, yeah, dabbing. There it is. So dabbing or vampire cough. There you go, folks. You're welcome. Now you're cool and hip with the lingo. We're washing our hands. Do I need to be over-sanitizing things constantly, like boiling everything in water? Or, again, is the shot and just simple practices enough sometimes, you think?
So most times the short and simple practices are enough. You know, I don't think you need to go overboard, like boiling everything, but it's a good idea to clean stuff and wipe them down, especially if your child is sick. You know, just wipe them down so that you don't get any germs yourself.
When it comes to daycare, the kindness of, but I gotta go to work. So there's always the folks who, look, I don't have any other place to put them. So some kids, unfortunately, do go to care sick. And I know I'm taking my healthy human being there to, I guess, share in that lovely air. What else can I do apart from the shot? Or do I just have to accept the fact that that's going to happen? Do I wipe her down every day when she comes home? Like, what's smart practices in sick people?
I wouldn't say wipe her down because that's kind of not possible. Okay. But, I mean, you could do things like when she comes home, make sure she wipes her hands, you wash her hands. If you want to, you know, you could do the hand hygiene thing. And if she has a runny nose, you know, clean her nose, maybe change her out of her clothes. But sometimes I think that's a little much. Like when you say change her out of her clothes, then every mom thinks, oh, once she gets home, I have to rush and change. I don't want them going through that stress. Okay. So the main thing is just the regular stuff, like, you know, hand hygiene, wash her hands, if she has a runny nose. And then it's also a good idea for kids that are sick, if you can, keep them home, especially if they have a fever, because you don't want to get other people sick in the daycare, you know.
Speaking of that, so fever, so where is it danger? When do I immediately, of course, I'm just going to talk directly to you. She's hot, fix her. Or is there, like, obviously some numbers where, hey, this is Tylenol, this is emergency room? Where are we at with that?
So usually I'll say it's okay for her to run a fever to 100.4. Usually if it's less than 100.4, we don't consider it a fever. We say it's just low grade, and actually a low grade fever actually helps the body fight off the virus. So we say it's okay. Usually with my patients, I say it's okay for her to run a fever if she has a viral infection, but after 3 days, if she's still running the fever, then I probably need to see her just to make sure she doesn't have an ear infection or a throat infection or something else going on. But most times, even at that time, even if I see her, say, day 3 or 4, and we check her out and everything is fine, then we'll say, oh, it's most likely a virus, just keep doing Tylenol and Motrin. You know.
And then I keep talking about, because I'm selfish, sorry, y'all. I keep talking toddlers, but a little bit older kids. So let's say like elementary and middle school. How long should they be sick? Is that the same time frame for a littler person?
Yeah, it's about the same time frame. Usually I give an average of 3 days. Okay. And most times it's because it puts the parents more at ease when they say, okay, you know, the doctor said we can wait 3 days. Of course, if it's really high or the patient starts having tremors or something out of I usually say the moms are the best people to know when something's wrong. They have that mom intuition, so they'll know something's not quite right. If that happens, then don't wait the 3 days. You know, go ahead and go into your doctor or to the emergency room. But other than that, I still stand by the, 3 days, 100.4, And then if it gets much worse, then, you know, she needs to be seen. She or he needs to be seen.
Yes, because y'all got boys too. I only got the girl. Okay, so just to recap, so we know we're on the safe side. We wait the 3 days, do the Motrin, pump the Motrin, Tylenol, cold ice packs, rest, just staying at home, staying away from other people.
Yeah, and make sure they're drinking and keeping themselves hydrated. Yeah.
All right, then you heard the doctors. Do that. Now, of course, if we can find you, where should we go? You can read the screen there.
Oh, located at Nava Primary Care Center at 2702 Nava Avenue, Suite 202 in Oregon, Ohio.
And 419.
Oh, phone number, 419-696-6336.
And they can come to you or folks at your practice and literally get the assistance that we need.
Yes, we usually have flu vaccine clinics, so they can just walk in and get a flu vaccine.
But I don't like the shot.
Oh, well, we have the flu mist. You can get the flu mist up your nose.
There you go. So if you don't want to get shot in the arm, you get stuck up your nose.
Well, you have
it
to be
works out for
soon,
everybody.
yeah.
But regardless of the fact, it's something that has to happen.
Yes.
Doctor, thank you so much for joining us.